Hello there, my brainwashed zealots. This is Joshua, the heretic, coming at you today. Jeremiah came on and asked me a question concerning prayer and how does one pray without ceasing. And he was really grateful for the video and thought it was kind of nice to have an issue. But he then complained about it's really easy to get distracted. How do we avoid distraction? And why are we getting distracted? I know, for myself at least, that when I get distracted it's because I'm concerned with the world. I don't know how many people know this or not, but my dad used to be a pastor, or still is actually. No, we don't agree on Scripture on certain things, but there is something that he taught that was very important. And he had this teaching that went kind of like this. There's this guy. He's in charge of a church, and they get finished after church, and they go home, and they, awesome for God. And by the end of the week, they're just drowning, and they have no spirituality left, and they're totally succumbed to the world, and they're dwelling on earthly things, and and they're just drowning. And so the pastor, looks up in the thing and he tries to find a motivational speaker, and he finds one. He's like, "Hey man, you need to come talk at our church group." So they go to the church, and as they go up there, he's like, "Okay, everybody, we're going to go to the beach." And they're like, "What?" "Yes, we're going to the beach. Come on." And everybody gets on the bus and they go to the beach. And they get to the beach, and he passes each one of them a colander. "I want you to go to the beach. I want you to fill it up with I want you to fill it up to the top with salt water." And he sets up his little lawn chair on the beach and some other colanders and said, "Go do it." So people run down to the water. They fill it up fill their colanders up with water, and then run back, and it's just pouring out into the sand. By the time they get there, there's nothing left. And then so they start filling it up with crap, hoping that that'll hold in the godliness. Filling up with rocks and seaweed and blah, 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 but it still leaks out, and then there's just crap in there at the end. And so they try and fill it up with more stuff, and the more they try to line it to plug up the holes, but the more they do that, the more they just have crap in there rather than salt water. He said fill up the whole thing with salt water, and he's like, "Listen, this thing is filled with rocks and sand and seaweed. You want to fill it up with rocks, sand, or seaweed, or you want to fill it up with water?" And they're like, "Fine, forget this. It's impossible. You can't do it. It can't be done. There's no way to keep this thing filled with water." And he's like, "Really? Really? It's impossible." He's like, "Hand me your colander. Give me your colander. Give it to me. Show me." He's like, "Alright," everybody shows him. He grabs it and he throws it in the ocean. He said, from this point on, this colander will always be full. And that's what we have to do, as believers, as Christians, as whatever, as religious fanatics, as brainwashed zealots. We have to be completely immersed. And anything that is not of God, we have to excise. We have to amputate. So this is me confessing. This is not just Jeremiah dealing with his distractions. I'm dealing with distractions too. I sit here and I have a list on my wall here of different videos I want to do for you guys, and I'm sitting here watching YouTube videos that have nothing to do with God. And it's me. I'm having my own issues, and I want God to bless me. I would love to do this full time. That would be phenomenal if I could do this. In fact, oh my gosh, there's this awesome video that somebody took of me. I went up witnessing. This is totally a different side note, but I went up witnessing at the college, and I ended up in this video twice. I went up witnessing there twice. At two completely different times, and both times they were filming for this video, and I got in both shots. I don't know. I hope they post it on YouTube. If they do, I'm going to find a link and set it up. It was really funny, so I hope you guys get to see it. But it's posted somewhere on Facebook, but you have to have friends that know where it is. Anyway, I digress. So what we have to do is we have to excise, we have to decapitate, we have to amputate anything that is ungodly. You just have to do it. It just has to be done, man. You can't deal with this. It's just, and it's for me too, mostly for me. I have huge distraction issues. So after this video, I'm going to go on my subscription list and I'm going to start editing things that I'm subscribed to. And it's going to hurt. But, what are you going to do? Right, so, this is a heretic. I love y'all a lot. You're really cool people. You're like my best friends. Alright, anyway, I'll talk to you later. As Toby Turner would say, peace off and bless your face. I don't even know. Anyway, this is a heretic signing off. Peace. Bye.